My subject is about architecture, so it's a very exotic topic in this panel. But in fact, architecture is a question of language and communication. So there is very close question between language, ordinary language, and architecture. The famous anthropologist Amos Rapoport said about architecture, architecture is the most complete expression of human culture. If it is true, it has a strong consequence. 30 years ago, as a young researcher, my purpose was to study Uyghur architecture in Xinjiang. But in fact, very quickly, I understood that the subject was the destruction of Uyghur architecture. It was the subject of my doctorate. The radical transformation of the oasis towns of Xinjiang was achieved against background of general indifference of Western observers and the media during the two last decades. The strategy of the Chinese planner consisted of printing the pattern of the regularity of the Chinese city on the cities along the northern routes as Tufan or southern routes of Taklamakan as Yarkand, Otian. In this city, the traditional irregular urban street layout, characteristic of the Oriental city, Turkish city, with its narrow streets, was replaced by a rectilinear layout, a wide lanes characterizing the model of the Chinese city, at the expense of the destruction of a rich architectural and cultural Uyghur heritage. The construction of large square, equipped with a giant screen with Chinese movies in the evening, for example, in Kashi, in Tufan, complete the synicization of the architectural and urban space, certifying the disappearance of the Uyghur urban and architectural culture. An architecture of fiction inspired by the Buddhist past of the region recover the tourism-related development of prestigious sites like Imin Mosque in Turfan, Kashgar city, of course, grottos are basically. The ancient center of Kashgar is one of the last city areas that escaped total destruction and maintained until recently the characteristics of the Uyghur architecture and urbanism. In the year 2000-2010, Kashgar Old City was seen as a folk attraction. Inside the folk attraction, and as such exposed to tourist operation, ticket office at the entrance, ticket control inside the seat. In 2010-2012, the widespread demolition of the old city shown last year is an exceptional example of destruction of the town in peacetime. In 2013, the reconstruction of the destroyed city is underway. It consists of rebuilding the neighborhood which has been destroyed during the last 2 years in its original state. It's a very curious phenomenon. The relocation of the Uyghur population, the devolution of the reconstruction parcel to Chinese private operator, the implementation of new material, clay bricks, reinforced concrete, armed concrete, to reconstruct the destroyed building is in its original form aimed to create a tourism product as announced in these words. By visiting the old town, you will feel in the Middle Age. So Chinese international tourism provide an alibi for the destruction of the last city significant of the long history of Uyghur urbanism and architecture. Here you see the north is on the bottom. You see the map of all the district of Kashgar. This is a new square in front of Aitkar Mosque with Chinese aménagement. and the new view of this important monument in the Uyghur city. A completely change of the signification of the monument. The giant screen you can see in all the oasis cities, and you see on the older city around, you have the modern monument, modern architecture. This is the old city before destruction, and now we are in destruction. The second phase, first phase is to present this old city as a touristic, folkloric attraction. After the destruction comes, completely destruction. This is a map where you see one of the districts. The last phase, the reconstruction of the old center of Kashgar, forces the planners and the historian to reconsider its categories, to understand the Chinese urban policy in the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, and also in Tibet, and also in Inner Mongolia. Kashgar in May 2013. At that time, the renovation operation designed by Professor Wang Xiaodong, he is the head, the president of the Xinjiang Architectural Design Institute, and presented to us in 2010, was largely carried out. We were surprised by both the extent of the renovation and the speed of this implementation. It should be noted that we mean by renovation a total reconstruction as opposed to rehabilitation, repair the existing, or conservation, prevent the destruction. Some word about these people, this Chinese architect, Mr. Wang Xiaodong, is an old man today. Since the 19th, we noted the uniqueness of the Chinese architect director of the Xinjiang Architectural Design Institute, who showed a special attention to the Uyghur architecture. He contributed to our site survey by providing many plans and sketches of Uyghur housing in the oasis of Tufan, enabling the publication of my book, Architecture and Urbanism of Turfan. In particular, he directed the organization in charge of the design of the Turfan Hotel, showing the use of bioclimatic system by observation of the Uyghur grape house, mainly. The architect has a strong sensibility to the Uyghur architecture. The renovation of the old city of Kashgar shows the continuity in the research of Wang Xiaodong and his interest in the vernacular architecture of Xinjiang. The renovation project, this is a renovation project, was preceded by a survey campaign and very detailed study of traditional houses. This is a model. According to a generally observed practice in China, Xi'an, Beijing, such detailed investigation, interview with resident, architectural survey, photography of details, precedes the destruction, which will be followed by the reconstruction according to this detailed observation. So they destroy the city to reconstruct the same, but in strong and modern material. It's a new case in Xinjiang transformations of the city. Back the strategy. The conversation we had last year on the condition of this renovation shows the following mechanism. To give a homogeneous and presentable aspect to the street, priority is given to the rehabilitation of houses along the street, in contrast with the until disorder in the block. We could speak about facadism, except that this process continues then within the street blocks. This is a model, the study of the Architectural Design Institute. We show the precise details of the observation of the local vernacular architecture. Some models. There is a book of the project, a very thick book. And this is a case of one renovation of the new mosque. And we can suppose that the responsible of local Islam agreed this kind of project. All residents, how I show some picture of the new buildings. This is new, concrete building, but covered with a clay plaster. New facade. On the left, you have the old local architecture. This old architecture. In this street, you see new buildings and old buildings. This new city. Some details are very different than the precedent situation. Furnitures or doors, windows, the wooden carved. There's a new street, very clean. In 2 years, we built the city. And of course, we have the international design of the information in the street. About the process, all residents were asked to renovate their houses. Those who accept receive a government grant supplementing their own assets, about 50%, given by the government of the cost of the work. Those who cannot or refuse to renovate are relocated by the government in outlying neighborhood, in community buildings. They may receive 1 or 2 flats, 2 units. In this case, their property demolished. The recuperated land is entrusted to Chinese company or enterprise to rebuild after destruction in accordance with the project of the Xinjiang Architectural Design Institute. The reconstruction seemed of good quality and mobilized trades and techniques that use traditional knowledge, earth, straw coating, straw and earth, on bucket bricks walls, carved woodwork for windows and doors, terraces, talent, the Taiwan local, pillars, and finishing work. It is indisputable that the know-how of local craftsmen represent an important trade outlet. The folklorization. We emphasize the efficiency of and meticulous attention of this renovation. We will now look at its purpose. The aim is a reconstruction of a tourism object with a high marketable value, attracting international visitors. You know, recently this the Silk Road was in the list of the UNESCO World Heritage, and Kashgar is a part of this fragment of Silk Road. The pink oak earth coating perfectly matches that the preserved old buildings. The emphasis of the molding decorating the new carpentry of the street on the street side seems exaggerated and in contrast with the rustic ancient buildings that contribute to the folklorization of the wall. You can see the new material, the concrete structure, the new pillars and the craftsmen, the wood work. The ambition to have a cultural heritage, at least how we image this in a time where the sense of the past has been disparaged by the modern movement in architecture, reached in contemporary China. Strictly speaking, the reconstruction of the old city of Kashgar is not a falsification, because it concerns the construction of a copy of the same object. It is a transformation in the last ensemble of Uyghur urban architecture, characterized by its disorder, its dust, its congestion, referring to the typical type Oriental city or Medina in North Africa. The continuous reconstruction of its layout, the workshop of the craftsmen, spokeskeeper, shopping street, and countless sellers. The aim is to transform this unstable disorder in a stable, manageable, and presentable product for tourists. Tourists are getting more and more accustomed in the international code, in the field, and require an environment to identify with. They want to find the same panels, the same information like in Barcelona, in another city. And the situation in Kashgar shows that a new destructive actor is concerned by the process of massive destruction of culture, the industry of tourism. You can observe a good quality of the reconstruction buildings. For example, this courtyard. There is a new building with concrete walls and carved pillar. The quality of the decoration and the use of the bricks, cooked bricks now, and not mud bricks. This is a part of entrance of the mosque. This is the new Kashgar city. And you see the limit of this city, and in the second plan, the Chinese high monument of the Chinese city. Some slides show the place where there is a connection between the two cultures, in fact. So you can understand that the Uyghur city in the new version cannot develop. It's completely limited by the modern architecture and by the ring, the roads, Tuman Avenue, for example. This is the new hotel, the international chain Super 8. I think there is 100 hotel in China and other place in the heart of the city. And on the first plan, you see the concrete structure of the new buildings. There is a limit between two kinds of architecture. You can understand the dialogue of the question of language. You have two languages in contact here. Some new project. On the right, on the bottom, the old city, the Tuman Avenue, and the new Chinese modern city on the left. It was the model, this is the reality, the real buildings. This is the Tuman Avenue, who separate old city reconstructed and Chinese city on the left. And sometimes there is some interesting modern design. They ask, Chinese ask to modern designer to make some square, some this kind of image. Finished.